Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Track Limits podcast presented by Formula Addict. We're here at Creator Club Studios in Toronto, and boy, what a race.
It was.
Today, literally a few hours ago, we saw the checkered flag when it fell at the Saudi Grand Prix. Quite an eventful race. Perez, Sergio Perez from Red Bull, started on pole, finishes number one. Awesome. You have Max Verstappen from 15th to 2nd. Very happy guy over here to my right.
That was a hell of a drive.
For both Red Bulls. Yeah. Let's go.
For both Red Bulls, indeed. 1-2. And then you have George Russell, 3rd place. We were literally setting up when we found out about this because of a 10-second penalty to Fernando Alonso for not actually serving a proper penalty in the pit lane.
I might even get hate for this, but I feel like FIA is finally taking stern decisions on the ball. They're on the ball right now, and I like this. This is what they need to do.
But a little bit delayed.
It was.
Like
Especially that last one.
30
after?
laps.
Yeah.
Question mark.
That was because George Russell asked over the radio to ask for if that was a real 5 seconds.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He asked a few times too.
Yep.
So that was 3rd, Alonso 4th, Hamilton 5th. Then you have the 2 Ferrari drivers with Sainz and Leclerc, Ocon, Gasly, and then Kevin Magnussen, final 5 laps in, overtook our boy Yuki Tsunoda. And comes into 10th. Verstappen had the fastest lap. I think we were all celebrating that. I mean, it was fast 131.8.
I mean, he saved his battery for how many laps? Just to that last lap. And he's like, I got this.
And I got it.
He was still
such
cruising.
a competitor.
He was still cruising.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man. You got to love it.
And then you had your only 2 DNFs, which were Lance Stroll and Alex Albon. And that was the race generally. But I want to hear from each one of you what your thoughts were. Feven, let's start with you. What were your general thoughts on the race?
General thoughts. I actually came into this one really excited.
Yep.
I love Checo, so I was really excited to see him start on pole and finish.
Redemption.
I actually think, they I don't know how the rest of the season will go, but he could put up a fight against Max. Obviously, they have the car for it, so who knows?
And if there were 23 street circuits,
He'd
win every single one.
Such a good,
control.
So that was really fun going into the race. Really, I was rooting for Lewis to make it. Like, it was just overall fun. I wasn't bored at any point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. Henny, you definitely weren't bored.
I wasn't bored. It was fun. It was fun to see Red Bull take the 1-2. And I think a lot of people also recognize that Max is going to get this done. Going in, everyone's like 15th. That's like him starting at 2nd. And he will still pull it.
Yeah.
But it was good to see that, Checo put that into his mind, and he's like, I'm going to push full mode. He had that 5-second gap the whole race. Once he became after a safety car, and he had that gap, he controlled it. And I love that. I think we need to see that battle more and more. So keep it up.
Title fight of Red Bull, question mark?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think they will allow it. At this point, it's so early on. They're a point different. Even last year when Checo caught up to Max, they were letting them fight. I know there was that one race where Max had the gap, so they allowed it to happen. But other than that, hey, it's a fight on.
I also really love the radio conversation between Checo and
they're asking each other, what's his pace? What's my pace? Can I go faster?
I was like, can't they just put that on the steering wheel? Like, I could just see the fastest laps from the previous competitors.
It just goes to show Perez, like, he wants it this year. And I think this is going to be a good vote of confidence for him as well.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't happy when there were, like, mixed messages over the radio. Like, he wants to push Max as well. So we need to see that as well.
Of course.
It's good.
Mikey, what did you think?
It was a good race. I want to know what's going on with McLaren. I was disappointed for Piastri. Like, he genuinely had pace.
Yeah.
And then he clipped, I don't know who he clipped, but
Gasly.
Was it Gasly?
Yeah, Gasly.
Oh, going in, starting at
Pierre.
Yep. That was disappointing.
Yeah, but no, it was good. Like, even Ferrari, Leclerc did good. He pushed in the softs. He caught up. Sainz, he maintained. I think I expected a little bit more from Sainz to push.
Yeah, he didn't have a great week this whole time. He was struggling
maybe it's
with
the circuit,
track.
though.
Yeah,
And the balance, I think, of the car. He just could never feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying even yesterday after FP3. He was like, I don't like this car.
Yeah.
Too much oversteer for him, and he's not used to that.
But for the rookies, proud of them. Like, think of it like that's their second weekend in F1 car.
Where does Sargent end up?
I think
14 or
16,
15.
16.
Yeah,
He had a good race.
Yeah.
He had a good race.
And candidly, there was obviously the controversy with qualifying because some people thought that his qualifying lap should not have been deleted. And it was like very fast lap. He would have made it a Q2.
Hey, like, again, FIA is taking a stance on these. They're getting really hard on giving penalties where it's due.
Yep.
And I think if we start to see this more, people will stop complaining about races being decided by FIAs.
Yep. And I mean, that actually is cool because I don't think we've ever seen a season where the FIA has taken this hard a stance.
Second race.
On start grid infractions too.
Back-to-back races.
Can you imagine Esteban this time around when he was going up? He's like, he's only just checking millimeters.
SD Bestie's like 1 millimeter.
Yeah. I don't even think Alonso getting advantaged by that, but I do like the way the stance they're taking is. Like, there's no exceptions.
No exceptions. Everyone's on a fair playing field.
Yeah, just get a little bit the timing a little bit better. Yes. Like, don't wait 30 laps and then announce it. Like,
Yep.
Anyway,
what about the best moment of the race, Henny? What did you think? Like, as a fan watching that, what were you the most happy about seeing?
Honestly, I mean, as a Red Bull fan, it was a safety car. It was great to see that moment where Max was able to pit and still hold his position. And I think that's what Red Bull, their strategy was like, okay, we need a safety car. Push until you can. And if we can't get it, then we'll end up with whatever points you get.
Yeah.
Right? So that was my favorite part.
And Ferrari luck. Think about Charles pitting a lap before the safety car goes out.
Man. Hey, that's a difference from last year. Checo did the exact same thing and he lost all his positions. And Charles was able to fight for second last year. Now we're getting the same thing this year. But rolled.
Yeah. Feven?
Though short-lived, I really loved when Fernando was leading.
Yeah. At the start.
At the start, Honestly, I was like, this is the hope that I needed. But honestly, I think we're going to definitely see him on podiums. And I think he's going to win a few this year. But this was just like the start, the little like preview. So that was super exciting.
Mikey?
Yeah, it was definitely when the safety car and Alonso just like served his penalty, got a fresh set of tires, and he didn't lose a position.
No.
Like those little things like that are like, okay, it's luck, but it was good to see because it kept the battle there between the top few drivers.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, I mean, this is not maybe most people's favorite moments, was the last 10 laps when the McLarens were going at it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like Lando coming in turn one, just bazookas right in and gets past Piastri. And it's like they're fighting for 16th, but you clearly know that they want to be ahead of the other teammate.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see, like, even in 16th, you're still like racing hard wheel to wheel.
Norris ended up ahead.
No,
Piastri.
Yeah. Piastri did. Yeah.
But that's also because Norris was on a medium tire. He gained a lot of positions. He burnt the tire, and then Piastri was just sitting there ready to go.
Logan Sargent beat Norris at you too.
Well, Norris had a failure.
Yeah. I'm not hearing it. That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Not hearing Logan.
Who's that behind me?
Yeah. Oh God.
Radio check.
I would be so disappointed if I was Norris. I don't know. First race, fine, fair enough, but now second race again. And we don't even know. I mean, I don't know if anyone looked this up, but why did they pit him right away, like 4 or 5 laps in?
I have no idea.
It must have been a problem.
Yeah.
There must have been a problem.
I think they're having a heck of a reliability issues.
Unless he had a lockup somewhere.
But
like he means flat spotted his tires?
Yeah, he just flat spotted his tires.
Zach Brown has got to be in the hot seat. Yeah. Like, he's got to be.
Yeah. This is 3 years in a row. Yeah. Just complete failure from the beginning.
Have they announced that they're bringing in any new upgrades to Baku? Because I know Mercedes are bringing new side
pods. A lot
pod.
of teams are. So I anticipate that McLaren will also do the same.
Well, the new head of aerodynamics. Though they're getting a new head of aerodynamics, aren't
McLaren?
They? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did they not?
That'll be exciting.
I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Oh, that would be good.
They need a fact change.
They need a new head of everything.
Or was it Ferrari? I need to come
Ferrari
back to
was
it.
the one that had the major shakeup all of last week and this race weekend.
Then I'm thinking of Ferrari.
Ferrari,
yeah. And what about the
maybe they need a new head.
What about the most surprising moment? What was the thing that got you guys like, holy, we were not expecting that, Mikey?
After the safety car, I remember looking at the screen, I think it was 25 laps. And by the lap 40, so give it 15 laps, it was 11-second gap from Alonso to Perez.
Yeah.
Now, did Alonso ease up to save the tires? I don't know, but like in that amount of laps, that gap, it's kind of disheartening to see. Like Red Bull just ran away with it.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did slow him down or tune him down because if you saw when George went on the radio and they told Alonso to start pushing, he completed that 5 seconds gap, and then George's like, I'm pushing like hell. I can't catch up to him. Like, that is it. So he can turn it on when he wants, and he can just have a race pace when he wants.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen the potential of that car yet. Not at all.
No. I still want to, like, I didn't hear what happened to Stroll, but I want to know what happened there because that's a Mercedes power unit. So I don't know, was it that issue?
Apparently, it was an energy recovery issue, is what they were saying right now. But they're still looking into it. And I think, Henny, you said it might be a gearbox issue.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Because it went to neutral.
Yeah, literally right away.
Yeah.
He had an issue even shifting.
Yeah.
So Maybe.
That was the most surprising part for me. It's like Stroll. Yeah, he was doing so well, and it was just all of a sudden yellow flag. Like what happened? And then it's Stroll just in the corner on his lonesome. So that was surprising. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. One of the things that surprised me candidly was no like serious crashes. Like there wasn't a single crash where like
took that in.
Literally, when you think about it, like the 2 DNFs we had were just related to the car and a mechanical failure. But like, I mean, no crashes in turn 1 at least in the first few laps. There's always at least one.
Was last year Mick Schumacher?
Yeah.
Last year was Mick, and then the previous year was Mazepin. Mazepin at the very back. I mean, to be fair, that was a very hard corner to read, but it was crazy. Like the first 3 or 4 laps were carnage.
That was really
Did that mean that the changes that they made on this track
Perhaps from a safety perspective in terms of some of the turns
corners
and how,
that they couldn't see?
Yeah.
It must have helped because or they were not fighting hard enough.
Yeah, because even in the F2, I watched the F2 earlier today, and like you could see some drivers spin, but it was because the rear tires were used. They were going into a corner, they brake, the weight shifts, and they were losing the back end. But yeah, it's surprising to see as well.
Yeah,
it's good to see. Like
exactly.
Nice. Yeah. And what are we looking forward to? I mean, Saudi's done, and what like the championship points, when you look at it, there's a title fight now.
Yep.
Right? And who's leading right now? 1 point ahead of Perez? Max?
Yeah.
My God.
It's like 44,
lap.
or like 44, 43, or 43, 42. Something like that. Yeah.
And then Alonso is not far.
Nope.
He has 30 points.
Yeah.
He's
Lewis and Russell at 20 each.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one.
Where's the constructors? So it's Red Bull, Mercedes, or Ferrari?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because Mercedes gained a lot today.
No, not Ferrari.
Not
Definitely
Ferrari.
No, it's
Aston
probably
or
Mercedes.
Aston or Mercedes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like Stroll, Stroll did finish last race, and he just didn't DNF this.
Yep.
Could quickly pull it up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
I think it's Mercedes, Aston, then Ferrari.
Yeah.
But that's just my hunch. But yeah, what are we looking forward to while Henny pulls that up? Like, what are we looking forward to? Australian Grand Prix coming up. Mikey, what are you looking forward to the most?
So Australia it's a fast track. So I'm curious to see, like Aston Martin, if they change their rear wing, because they have the exit speed, so they could bring a little bit more heat to it. But yeah, it's a good track. It's a good race. So I like Australia.
And it's a fast track. And actually this year, they're putting 4 DRS zones now in Australia. They were trying that out last year. And then after 2 practice sessions, they decided to take it out because of safety. But this year, they've said, the organizers have said, it's going to be the fastest Australian Grand Prix ever.
Wow.
The cars will go up to like 340 kilometers per hour.
So long straights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the track stays the same. It's just an additional DRS zone,
yeah.
which is pretty crazy when you think about 4 DRS zones now.
That's ridiculous.
As long as it makes it more competitive and not just DRS trains.
I think that's what's going to happen.
One just overtakes the other.
I'm hoping Charles has a comeback, though, because he was really quick last year.
That's what I'm hopeful for.
Yeah.
I really, because Charles won last year, right?
He was on pole. I don't think he won.
We were celebrating.
Because
Max DNF.
We popped the champagne.
Yeah.
Because our time zone is like 3 o'clock.
Yes, we were a few drinks in, but we did bring out the champagne because I believe he won.
Yep.
Or he had a really decent result. I believe Sainz too.
Russell was on the podium. I know that. He was third.
Maybe it's a 1-2 for, I don't know. But anyways, Charles did well. So I'm really hoping this is his comeback. He needs it. I think he's going to lose hope. And I think he's going to be on tilt. Like, I think this will actually shape or taint the rest of his season, or at least the first half, if he doesn't get a few wins. At least like good results. It doesn't have to be P1, but I think he has podiums. Yeah.
Even he was so annoyed on the engineered radio today when they were like pushing the safety lap, but then the engineer didn't tell him until it was too late. He needed to put heat in the tires.
And they're like, box.
Yeah. You could just see the memes already, and it's just like, come on.
Plan
he did
F,
good though today.
Plan F.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Henny, what are you looking forward to for Australia?
I just want another fight.
Yeah.
I just want a close fight. I still think if Aston Martin fixes they had their high drag again this year. I mean, on this race, if they fix that and put on a wing that can push the limits to Red Bull, they're in the fight. They have the best cornering, best grip. They can push.
But that top line speed.
That's what I mean. If they put on a wing that can match that, or even get within like 3 to 5 kilometers, just off of cornering, they should be up there fighting with them.
Yeah, because it was crazy. When I remember pre-race, Henny was telling me, he was like, when you look at the gap between the Red Bulls and the McLarens from a top line speed perspective, it's like what, 25
kilometers.
Is it actually 25?
Astronomical, yeah, astronomical.
Wait, sorry, who between
McLaren and Red Bull in their top line speed?
Wow.
I mean, at the same time, the McLarens put a lot of downforce on this track. I don't know why, but they chose that wing that optimized for that. I was like, okay.
Yep.
Which is why they have no straight line speed. Nothing.
I wonder then as well, because of Australia being so high speed and this weekend was high speed, will it be a very hard tire strategy again? Because there was a few mediums, but the majority was all hard this weekend. So you wonder, would that play into it as well?
Would it be a 1-stop or 2-stop?
Australia's typically a 2-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And it's a long track, and it's actually more laps, isn't it? Like 70?
I believe so.
Something like that. Yeah.
Which is why I don't have hope for Ferrari. They have too much deg, and I don't think they will need multiple stops, and they're just going to burn through their tires. Again, it's front loaded.
Safety flag.
That's the hope. That's literally the hope.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Plan H.
Yeah.
I mean, Mercedes hopefully will come around, but again, I think everyone's waiting for Baku when the second concept might come out of the wind tunnel and
the pods
make an appearance.
Yeah.
And it might have a third Red Bull then on the track.
A fourth?
A fourth? Yeah, a fourth Red Bull. Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But Mercedes this weekend, like I'm proud to be a Mercedes fan this weekend.
Yeah.
They did good.
Yeah.
They did
They
good.
beat Ferrari.
They beat Ferrari. That
So-
was the goal. That was
Legit.
definitely the goal.
100%.
Amazing. Well, any final thoughts about the Saudi GP before we sign off here?
No, it was a good race. Well, for me, it was a good race. I don't know about y'all.
But it was enjoyable to see as well, because everyone was like, can Max do it from 15?
Yeah.
And he did do it. He did do
But
it.
he didn't beat the record, which is still held by Sir Fernando Alonso.
Crashgate.
Hey, I'm not hearing anything else, okay? He took a 10-second penalty. Do you know how bad he's probably feeling right now?
Oh, yeah.
All
He-
respect
he's
to
still
Sir
celebrating.
Fernando
He doesn't
Alonso.
care. No, he
Yeah,
doesn't care.
actually, that's what he said. He's
Listen.
like, I already did the celebration. My sponsors got visibility.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a win-win.
He is winning.
Oh, he's winning.
He's the ultimate winner.
Amazing. Well, if you guys tuned in, thanks again. We're going to be doing these reflection episodes every single race weekend.
Yeah.
If there are, by the way, questions that you have, feel free to tweet out to us. Feel free to just message us on Instagram. We'd love to bring in fan questions. And also, hopefully in the future, we'll be reacting to some of the content that people are sharing, memes maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Amazing. Stay tuned.